What's up, everybody? I'm your host, Brian Watkins, and welcome to another edition of the Brian Watkins channel. My subject today is about rapper Mystikal that's on the run because he's charged with first-degree rape. The reason why I'm making this video is for all of the Mystikal fans like myself all across the world. Let's get started. Viewers. I just don't get it. I remember when I came into a knowledge of Mystikal as a rapper. I was staying in Detroit on a street called what's the name of that street? Gosh, it was behind not Dearborn, Osborne, off of Crashes and Gunston. I just forgot the name of the street. I had moved so many times. It's one of them. This was like 96, 97. Yeah, 96. And he was tight. Never sound like nobody. And then he signed a No Limit. Now, by the time he had signed a No Limit, I was living on Selden in Detroit, Michigan, off of Cass Avenue. And I was working at Cobo Hall. And I did concert covers for No Limit. And I didn't get a chance to meet him. I didn't get a chance to see him perform, but I saw like Master P, Mercedes, C Murder, Silk the Shocker. It was cool, but I didn't see him. He was there. I just didn't get a chance to see him. I was doing security. Make a long story short, I've always liked him. He was tight. Now, so when he got arrested the first time for rape, and he admitted he did it, and why, I was shocked. I really was. I'm like, wow, 6 years, whew, it's a long time. So he got out, and the community, the hip hop community, welcomed him with open arms. I watched one of his interviews, and he said everybody showed him love and gave him some money, and I think it was Cash Money Records, if I'm not mistaken. So, I'm like, all right, cool. But then I had like a gut feeling in my stomach. And usually when I have a gut feeling about something, I'm usually right. And I was like, something was telling me, man, don't get right back up into his music. And then he didn't look the same. He was funny, he was making me laugh. I was happy to see him out. But he just didn't look the same. And something deep down inside was like, don't get back off into his music. Bam, here we go with this. So I tried to figure out, I said, well, he Mystikal. Everybody know who he is. He had a fantastic career, but now that he's charged with first-degree rape, and this is his second time getting in trouble for something like this, and he on the run, and his bail is $2 million, his career is done. And it's sad because I'm not saying a person's supposed to look a certain way to represent anything, whether it's positive or negative. But I'd have never thought that someone like him, all the jams he done came out with, Shake It Fast, but watch yourself, the song Danger, and just when Mystikal came on the scene, he shut it down. I remember I was with my ex-girlfriend. We was living together at the time, and I had seen him on, we had cable. I think that was BET, if I'm not mistaken. And they showed a lot of videos at that time. And I saw him on there. He killed it. He was like, I'm bad like Michael. Something like that. He was tight. And I was like, oh, I like him. Immediately. So when he got with No Limit, and I was like, oh, Mystikal with No Limit? Then it ain't nothing but platinum albums. And I was right. So when he got charged the first time, I'm like, what? I said, nah, come on. Nah, not what? So now a second time. And it's worse than the first one because somebody else was involved. I think they bail is set at $200,000. But trying to get the girl to change the story. And he on the run. So that's what I was trying to figure out. I said, why is he resorting to this? I mean, he's not a bad looking guy. Mad talented. He didn't prove himself. Platinum superstar artist. And then he was with No Limit. So you already know when you down with No Limit. Enough said. Look at Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg was already tight when he was on death row. But he got with No Limit. And look where he at now. His career is still sustained. I was expecting the same thing from Mystikal. I didn't see none of this coming. Period. Like if you watch one of my videos about what I said, what I missed most about the late Soulja Slim, who was another gifted artist that was on No Limit. In his lyrics, I swear they gonna kill him. I wasn't wishing it on him. No. Because he was very, very talented. But his concept, he was rapping about and how descriptive he was about it. I said, oh, they gonna lay him out. And sure enough, unfortunately, because I was hoping I was wrong, they did him in. So I'm saying that to say this about Mystikal. I'm like, what? Because I didn't want to believe it. I saw it and I was like, it said Mystikal charged with first degree rape. And I'm half asleep. I'm like, huh? I'm like, I said, maybe. I don't get high, so that wasn't it. You know what I mean? If you drink too much, smoke too much weed, did too much cocaine or whatever your choice of drugs are, alcohol, whatever. That wasn't the case. I don't get high. I drink the hell out of some coffee. That's about it. I said, what? I said, nah, I'm going to go back to sleep. I said, I'm tripping. So when I finally woke up and had a shot of coffee, sure enough, it was on there. I said, oh, man. And see, I didn't know that he was on the run. I learned that later. I'm like, what? So one source said that the fact that he is charged with first degree rape, he said that alone is 20 years alone. Okay, then he on the run. Then the other person that was involved trying to get the woman to change the story, plus what he went to jail for the other time. I said, no matter how it looks, I hate to say it, but Mystikal is done. And I was trying to, hypothetically look at, well, what would make someone of that status participate in those type of actions? I said, well, hypothetically, you think it could have been maybe it was 10 girls? Because, he Mystikal, got women everywhere. Sex shouldn't be a problem at all. I said, but maybe it was a thing that, maybe it was hypothetically say it was 10 girls, and 9 of them wanted to get with him. But that 1 out of the 10 told him no. And maybe it was an ego thing. I'm not condoning it at all. I'm just saying, And maybe he decided to go, no, I'm Mystikal. And, got over there and lit her up, and had to do it again, let his boys watch, because someone of that status to not only do something like that, but this is the second time and he's on the run and they got evidence. I'm speechless. I actually feel sorry for them. I really do. Mystikal, if you're watching or listening, man, go on and turn yourself in, man. You're just making it worse for yourself. Just go on and turn yourself in. I'm sorry that this has happened in your life. But brother, go on and turn yourself in, man. The deck is stacked two-way against you for you to continue to be on the run. I wish I was wrong. I wish this was a dream because we all have all kind of dreams, Some dreams you wish was true and some dreams you wish, wasn't. But in this case, Mystikal, just go on and turn yourself in, brother. Ain't no sense in running. They're going to get you. So that's all I have to say. Viewers, post your comments. I want to know what do y'all think the reason why he not only did it the first time but the second time. I want to know because I'm confused at this point. I don't get it. I just don't get it. And because it really happened, that makes it worse. And then this is the second time, and he on the run. I don't get it. So, viewers, I want to hear from y'all. Don't you go anywhere.